Hello and welcome to the combined sub-junior, junior and masters equipped world championships coming to you from Oradea in Romania. We've had a packed day of lifting already with world records falling like autumn rain. But now we have the 105 kilo class for you, sub-juniors and juniors. This is going to run as one group, so we have the juniors and the sub-juniors running side by side. My name's Jo Whiteley. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring you this combined youth and experience world championships. Here are the lifters we have for you today. We have Marius Ciuținaru from Romania, Anatoly Zaitz from Ukraine, Paul Bedjanariu from Romania, Abbas Alabedi from Iraq, Azizbek Amanov from Kazakhstan, Ivan Pashin from Russia, Patrick Losel from Germany, and Matthias Szymkiewicz, from Poland. So that's for juniors and for sub-juniors. Sub-junior class is up to 18 years old. Juniors is up to 23. We are loading the bar now for Marius Ciuținaru from Romania, who's going to kick us off at 205 kilos. Here he comes. And of course, this is the equipped world championship, so he's in knee wraps and a squat suit. He is a sub-junior lifter, 18 years old, so last year in the subs, moves up to the juniors next year. Great depth and great drive. Fantastic opening lift. Zaitz next from Ukraine. He's also a sub-junior, and he's going to open up at 240 kilos. He is the current European champion. Competed 3 weeks ago, as so many of these lifters did. Coach calls him up. Maintained his position beautifully. But didn't quite go deep enough. Let's see that back from the side view. Yes, just to parallel but not beyond. So he will have to do that again. Bedjanariu next from Romania. He's a junior lifter. You can see from the graphic there in the top left, it tells you he's a 105 kilo junior. And below that, his country, Romania. The red box in the top right shows you the amount of time he has to begin his lift. He doesn't have to complete his lift in the 60 seconds from bar loaded, but he does have to begin it. Looked good to me. 3 white lights. Abbas Alabedi next from Iraq. He's asked for 250 kilos to open his squat. Lots of support from the crowd. We've seen this all week with the Iraqi team. Ah, deep and strong. Nice and easy. That is a good squat. Azizbek Amanov from Kazakhstan. He is a junior 105. Opening at 275, 5 red plates. Now that was very strong. However, it was not deep enough. He just needs to push a little bit further into that squat. He's certainly got the strength for it. Pashin next. He's competed extensively in Russia, but I think this is his first international. And he is opening his squat as a sub-junior lifter at 280 kilos. Last year as a sub-junior, he moves up next year. Depth look good, strength looks good. And we have Patrick Lössel from Germany next. He is a junior, opening at 310 kilos. It looks like the rack height is not correct for him. But if that is his error, not the platform crew's error, then he does not get the clock reset. That comes out of his platform time. A little bit under pressure, but he's going to look up now and get the squat command. So 13 seconds to go. Oh, he double bounced. Yeah, I think he started to come up, sank it again, and just had a moment of confusion. You see him go down, 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 and goes up and down again, tries to come up, but it's just got away from him. Now we have 335 kilos on the bar. This young Polish lifter, Szymkiewicz. This is a huge opener. He won his class at the Europeans a few weeks ago. And you can see why. That looked deep, it looked strong, and he is on the board. He took the silver medal in Regina at the last time this competition was held in 2019. He's going to be looking to make that the gold this time. So 3 out of the 8 lifters have yet to make a successful squat as we go into the second round. You can see from the graphic below that he has in the green box, there's 205, so that was a successful first squat. And this is 215 for his second. He took a step, he closed his eye, you could see on his face, he knew he'd done it. As he came up, he lost his balance a little bit and he threw his foot forward. It was quite uncontrolled. He's so strong and he fires up with the weights, but watch his left leg. He takes a step and that is a fail. Zait's next, also sub-junior. He's going to retake the 240 he missed on depth the first time around. Looked better. Was it enough? It was 3 white lights and he is on the board. Abbas Alabedi next. He opened at 250. He's sitting in silver medal position in squat. He has asked for 265. Nice depth and nice strength. That's a great squat. Lots of control. Kept his position well. Pushed his knees forward to get his center of gravity back onto the bar. Gennariu from Romania. He is taking a 20 kilo increase on his opener. He's sitting in silver medal position at the moment because there are 2 lifters in his class who have yet to put a score on the board. Knees came in a little at the bottom, but he didn't have any trouble standing up with that weight. And that's another good squat for him. You see, just as you get there, his right knee pops in. So this is the second attempt for Azizbek Amanov from Kazakhstan. He missed 275 on depth. He has gone up 10 kilos. Maybe the idea is the extra weight will drive him further into the hole. You can see from the graphic that his first squat is marked red, so that was a failure. I'm not sure that was much different, but let's see what the referees say. No. He is going to have to go a little bit further. He is reaching parallel, or maybe even just above parallel and coming up, but he must break parallel in order to have a successful squat. Ivan Pashin next from Russia. He's a sub-junior. Sitting in squat rank 1, that's gold medal position. Looking to extend that lead. Depth is good, and it's a fight. I think his positioning got away from him a little bit, but he was certainly strong enough to stand up with the weight. So that's a good lift at 290. Takes it to depth, and yeah, his hip shot up just a little bit, so his torso came forward. Just makes it a little bit harder because you have to do the extra work to reduce the moment arm and get your center of gravity back under the bar. Here's Patrick Losel. He failed 310 for his opener. He's in the junior category. Struggling to get to depth. I'm not sure he has managed it. And the referee's verdict is, do you know, I wasn't sure if he went before the command, if he started squat before the command. I wasn't absolutely certain. But it looks like he got 1 red for depth, and I think he did actually go before he got the command. So at any rate, that is a failed lift. And we have 2 lifters under a huge amount of pressure now. But first, Szymkiewicz from Poland for 345 kilos. He is way out in front. This gives him a phenomenal lead in the competition. There's some confusion again about his rack height. So his coach needs to tell the table if he wants to change the rack height that they have for him. Because he's getting under the bar with... Oh no, that was a platform error because I've seen that the clock has been reset. So he is fine. He has plenty of time. Depth look good, and that's a big weight. It looks heavy on his back, but he controlled it well, and that's a great lift. He is going to be hard to catch now in the juniors. And so we go into the third round of squats with 220 kilos for Marius Chutunaru. Made his opener with 205, failed to 15. His squat was good, but as he came up, he was a little bit out of control and out of balance, and he took a step, which is why he failed. Hopefully, he can do the same here. Hold it at the top. And he was right to go up. That's a great lift. Doesn't move him up. He's not in the medals. But it all adds to his total. Individual lift medals are great to have, but it's all about building the total for the long game. Anatoly Zaitz, Ukraine. Sub-juniors. It's gone up 25 kilos. Possibly this was the third attempt they had planned for him, had he not missed his second. And this will move him up to silver medal position for the moment, as he's so much... Now, I was looking at the scoreboard. I didn't quite catch what happened, whether he lost his balance or was asked to rack. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure quite what happened there. I turned my head for a moment to look at the scoreboard, and I missed all the drama. So, at any rate, this is Abbas Alabedi from Iraq. He was successful with 265. This is 280. struggling a little just to settle the weight on his back. And he's driving it, he's fighting it, and he's fought it to a standstill. That was so close, so very close. Takes it down, and he tries his absolute best, but it just won't go. Still, that leaves him a best of 265 and the silver medal in squat. Now we have Azizbek Amanov from Kazakhstan. Has not managed to sink the weight all the way to depth. So he's fighting the resistance of his suit and knee wraps, which want to do everything they can to return you to the upright position. You have to fight them, and at the bottom you're fighting the pain of the equipment. It looks better. Is it enough? 2-1, it is not. He is out of the competition. Well, he can still make a bench press medal or a deadlift medal, but he cannot now make a total. Paul Bajnariu from Romania, who is now assured of a medal, as the Kazakhstani lifter is out of the competition. So he's taken some quite big jumps. He's gone from 250 to 270 to 290. My absolute admiration for squatting with no wrist straps. That's just quite a high bar position. Puts less strain on the joints of the arm. Sits into it. I'm not certain of the depth. Let's see what the referees say. No, not quite deep enough. That leaves him with the best of 270 kilos and possibly the silver medal in squats. We'll have to see how the German lifter gets on. But first, this is Ivan Pashin from Russia. Getting a friendly pat from his coach as he goes out onto the platform. He is in the sub-junior category and he is leading the way by quite some distance. You can follow the score sheet at goodlift.info. Depth looks good, and I think he's got it. Let's wait for the verdict. Yes, good lift. That gives him 295 and the gold medal in squat and the 30 kilo lead going into bench press. Now it's Patrick Losel from Germany. He double dipped at the bottom of his squat and just could not stand up with it. Really needs to focus now. This could put him in silver medal position or see him out of the competition. Squeezing down, down, down. I think he's made the depth, but he fighting it. He can't stand up with it. So that's another lifter out of the junior 105 kilo class. He was having such difficulty hitting depth, squeezing against the restriction of his suit. He just couldn't get up. That's a real shame. We have our last squat coming up, which is Mateusz Szymkiewicz from Poland. He is absolutely guaranteed the squat gold medal and has an enormous lead. going into bench press. So he's not going to be challenged now, I don't think. So he may well turn down his attempts, put in lighter attempts for his bench and his deadlift, just to be sure of getting one in. But first, 350 kilos on the bar. He's stood up with it. 2-1, no lift on depth. That leaves him with the best of 345 kilos and an absolutely phenomenal 70 kilo lead going into bench press. We are going to take a 20-minute break now and we will come back for bench. Welcome back to the Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped World Championships from Romania. We have the 105 kilo junior and sub-junior lifters here for you today. We have had our squats. Unfortunately, 2 out of our 8 lifters failed to make a successful squat. So they can carry on in the competition, but they can't total overall. We would just like to say a big thank you to Eleka for providing the phenomenal equipment we have on the platform today, including this fabulous rack, particularly good on bench press due to the sticky patch that is just about where your shoulders go. We're also grateful to SBD, who provide supportive equipment and apparel to the best strength athletes in the world. Here's the standings so far. As we say, 2 of our lifters will not be able to make a total today. We're going to kick off with Marius Tutunaru. Here he is, he's 18 years old, so this is his last year as a sub-junior. He'll move up next year. We have a graphic for Parshin, but I'm pretty sure this should be for Marius Tutunaru. Opening at 140 kilos. He has been asked to replace the bar. I couldn't quite hear what the referee said. Maybe his arms weren't quite locked. Oh, now then. What do the referees think? Did the bar dip? It did. Well, that's something you don't see every day. He had every single failure from the centre referee, a red, a blue and a yellow. So in this case, the red card would be that it didn't meet the chest. The blue card would be for lockout or downward movement. And a yellow card, there's a number of failures on bench. At any rate, that was not a successful lift. Here's Ivan Parshin. He took the gold medal on squat with 295. Opening his bench with 150. Great first bench. Not using wrist straps today.
The same Marius Tutunaru also knew it, said the jury. The bar is loaded now for Abbas Al-Abdi, Iraq.
Abbas Al-Abedi, he is also a sub-junior. All the lifters that have been out so far are sub-junior lifters. Nice descent, nice touch, and a nice press out. Good lift.
Abbas Al-Abdi
Moves him into the
160 kilograms.
top of the table in the sub-juniors so far.
Setting the bar up for Anatoly Zayet. The bar is loaded. Ukraine.
However, here comes Anatoly Zayet from Ukraine. He is opening his bench at 165.
Anatoly Zayet.
He took the bronze medal on squat with 240. Great drive off the chest. And that moves him into gold medal position on bench.
Deadlift for Anatoly Zayas, Ukraine.
Kept his chest up high. Got the touch. Maintained his position on the bench.
Coming up, 8
And
lifts
that
for
has
deadlift
moved him
power extra. The
into
bar is
third
loading
place
for
overall
Azizbek
and
Amanov.
gold medal position on bench. Here's
130
Azizbek
kilograms.
Amanov. Did not manage to take his squat to depth. Opening his bench at 180. Shirt will be sitting very high on his chest. But he had plenty of pop there to drive that weight home.
And this
And
is
that's a good lift.
deadlift for Azizbek Amanov, Kazakhstan. Up next, Patrick Loser, Germany. 110 kilograms. The bar is loading.
And here's Patrick Losel.
Patrick
Also did not
Loser.
make a successful squat. Opening his bench with 210. Nice first attempt.
Deadlift for Patrick Loser.
He had a red failure from one of the
110
referees.
kilograms. Coming
I'm
up,
pretty sure the
powerlifting
red
for
is for
Romania.
not
225
touching or
kilograms
touching your
bar.
belt.
The bar is loading for
Maybe there's
powerlifting
another red
Romania.
failure. Here comes Bajinariu for 225. Look good.
Good lift for
Three white
Paweł
lights. That
Sienkiewicz,
takes him
Poland.
up to gold medal
230
position for the
kilograms.
moment.
The
But we have the
bar
Polish
is
lifter in the
now
same class to come out
235
next.
for Mateusz Sienkiewicz, Poland. The bar is loading for Mateusz Sienkiewicz.
Shimkovic, 235. He was miles out in front with that huge 345 squat. Oh, no. But he's missed his bench.
And we have no lift for Mateusz Sienkiewicz. No lift for Poland. The bar is now loading for Paweł Sudoku,
Well,
Romania.
as we go into round 2 of the bench press, everyone except the leading lifter in the Junior 105s, the Polish lifter, Szymkiewicz, has made their opening bench. So he is under pressure now. Now, given that he was so far ahead after squats, I would imagine they would have given him a really easy opener just to make sure that he can run through. But he has failed it. So let's hope he can get that on his next attempt. This is Marius Chutunaru. And it's a struggle. He is driving it through. Now, the bar has stalled a number of times. The question is whether or not it actually dipped, whether there was downward movement. It looks like there was. Looks like the referee on the right-hand side is just giving a red card no matter what, which isn't helpful for the lifter who wants to know why they failed. Yeah, you could see the bar did dip a couple of times on its way up there. Ivan Pashin next. He's in the sub-juniors. He is leading the pack in the sub-juniors. He did a 295 squat, which was 30 kilos ahead of anyone else. He doesn't have the biggest bench. Strong lift.
Good lift for Ivan Pashin, Russia.
Next up, we have Abbas Alabidi from Iraq for 172.5. This will move him into first place on bench for the moment. Now that looked good from here. I wasn't certain about the lockout of his left arm, but I wasn't in the best position to see, and that is a good lift. Moves him temporarily at least into gold medal position.
Lifting up the bar now at 175 for Anatoly Zayets, Ukraine. The bar is loaded for Anatoly Zayets.
This will 175 will move him into gold medal position in the sub juniors. So that was a valiant attempt, but he remains now in silver medal position. Got the pop off the chest, but could not drive it home. Amanov next, 190. Strong. It's a great bench.
We have two lifts for Azizbek Amanov, Kazakhstan. Coming up next, Patrick
He
Lodin.
did look to be sliding down the bench as he brought the bar down to his chest, but it didn't give him any trouble. 217.5 now for the German lifter. Do we have a misload? It looks like we do. Okay, so the clock should be reset. There it goes, and he is called to the bench. Okay, here we go. And it's a hard press out, but he's done it. Good lift.
Up next, Romania. Fighting for gold, 232.5 kilograms. The bar is loaded for Paul Bejeraniu.
232.5 now for the Romanian lifter. Currently in gold medal position, but of course the Polish lifter has yet to make a successful bench press. Gets the press, and it's a difficult lockout, but he's managed it. He got one red light. Yellow card could be a number of things. Movement of the foot, butt lifting.
The bar at 225 kilograms for Mateusz Sienkiewicz, Poland. The bar is loaded.
Okay. Sienkiewicz from Poland.
Mateusz Sienkiewicz,
Missed
Poland,
this
fighting for
on
gold.
his first try. And he was way out in the lead in the overall. Takes the bar. Gets the touch. And that looks good.
Good lift.
3 white lights, he's on the board. What a huge relief.
25 kilograms. So ending the fight for the gold, much more interesting.
There it goes. Okay, he's on the board.
Series of cuts starting
And
with
back into the lead. That takes him to gold medal position on bench press and gold medal position overall.
the bar is loaded for Ivan Parshin.
We move into round 3 of the bench now. And Ivan Parshin is going to lead us out with 162.5. He has the bronze medal for the moment, but he's about to come under pressure from the Romanian lifter. These are the sub-junior 105s. Nice. That looked like a very easy third attempt.
We have good lift for Ivan Parshin. The bar is loaded now for Marius Tutunaru, fighting for bronze.
Tutunaru took 140 for his opener. He failed 150 for his second. He's going to have a try at 162.5 for the bronze medal.
Marius Tutunaru, Romania.
Did he go before the start command? I'm not entirely sure. He can't get the touch. He could not get the bar all the way to his chest.
We have knowledge or knowledge to knowledge.
So that leaves him with a best of 140. He's out of the medals in bench.
Setting up the bar now. The bar is
And this is
loaded.
Anatoly
The
Zaitz
bar
coming
is
out
ready.
for another attempt at 175. He's in the silver medal
Anatoly
position.
Zayas,
This will
Ukraine.
move him up to gold temporarily. Oh, struggling for the touch. He got it though, but he just can't quite drive it home.
We have
So
knowledge
that leaves him with
or
the best of
knowledge
165 and the
for
silver
100
medal
Zayas, Ukraine.
on bench. He can't have that taken away from him. He's still in
Next,
third place
Muhammad
overall.
Al-Abdi, Iraq. 180 kilograms. Already having the gold. Abbas Al-Abdi.
Alabedi. He is the last lifter to come out for the sub juniors. He has asked for 180 on the bar. He has the gold medal on bench. Okay, so his hand was outside the ring. So his forefingers must cover the ring or be inside it. His forefinger can't be outside the ring. He's still got 15 seconds to go. Not quite today, unfortunately.
And we
That
have
leaves him with the
knowledge
best of
or
172.5 and the gold medal on squat, so he needn't be quite so despondent.
coming up next. Fakri Rösler from Germany.
Went down okay, but as soon as he'd run out of pop off the chest from the shirt,
Followed
he
by
just
gold
was
medal.
not underneath that driving it home.
Fakri Rösler, Germany. The bar is
Blursell
loaded.
next, 227.5. Amanov has declined to come out for a third bench press, so Lursel is guaranteed the bronze medal. This won't move him up to silver. £500 on the bar if you're listening in Imperial. Difficult touch. He's working through it, and I think he's got it.
And we have
2-1,
deadlifts
a
on
good
schedule.
lift.
Now starting the fight for gold between Poland and Romania. Coming up next, Paul Bejenaliu, 240 kilograms. The bar is loaded. If you lift this, you will take home a golden medal.
Here we
Good luck
go.
for
This
Paul
is Paul
Bejenaliu.
Bajinariu from Romania. He is coming out for 240 kilos. He's looked strong so far. This will, for the moment anyway, move him up to gold medal position on bench.
Paul Bejenaliu, fighting for gold.
Touches down, drives it up, and he's locked it out. That's a good lift. He's moved himself up to gold medal position on bench press. Now he's going to have a nail-biting couple of minutes while he waits for the Polish lifter to come out, who's going to try and take that back. Oh, he isn't. No, the Romanian lifter, he has it. He has the gold. Shimkiewicz is the heavier lifter, so even though he's coming out for the same weight, he can't take it back. That's a great result for the Romanian lifter. Shimkiewicz, he is in, well, to be fair, he's way ahead in the overall competition, but he's a silver medalist in bench. Failed 235 on his first. Made it successfully on his second. This is 240. It's a struggle. No, he can't do it. Leaves him with the best of 235, the silver medal on bench, and the overall lead.
20 minutes of a break, and we'll be right
We're going
back
to take a 20-minute break now. Hope you'll join us again for deadlifts.
with the final phase of our day, of our competition of the day.
Hello and welcome back to the final bit of lifting we have for you today. We're at the Sub Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped World Championships in Romania. We have the 105 kilo class for you now, the juniors and the sub juniors lifting side by side. This is the youth part of the Combined Youth and Experience World Championships. We've seen some great lifting today, but also some unfortunate lifting as a couple of lifters failed to make their squats. So these are the standings so far. We have Szymkiewicz from Poland leading the way in the junior 105 kilo class, and Parshin from Russia in the sub juniors. But I can see there's not much in it in the sub juniors, so we may see some deadlifting for the win. And we are going to be led out by Abbas Alabedi, relatively new lifter, been competing for 3 years, 17 years old. Sub-junior age category is up to 18 and the juniors is up to 23.
205 kilograms for Abbas Al Abdi.
And we are just about to kick off.
The bar is loaded.
The graphic isn't correct there. I think we have Abbas Alabedi for 205.
And we got a good lift for Abbas Al Abdi.
And that's a good lift.
Coming up next, Marius Tudoraviu, Romania. The bar is loaded. 207
And now we have
kilograms
Tutunaru
for Marius Tutunaru.
from Romania for 207.5. Slow and steady. He did just lose his balance a little bit at the top there. Will he be penalised? Yes, he will.
And a notice for
Downward
Marius
movement of the
Tutunaru
bar.
from Romania. Coming up next,
Gets to the top. Oh, he just
Powerlifting
kind of leant
Romania.
forward with the weight.
140 kilograms on the bar. The bar is loaded for Paul Vegerariu.
Veterinarian, he took the gold medal on bench. That's a great result for him.
Good lift,
Good
Paul
lift.
Vegerariu, Romania. Coming up next, Anatoly Zayets, Ukraine.
Next out, we have Anatoly Zaitz
For Anatoly Zayets.
for 250 kilos. He took the bronze in squat, the silver in bench. He's sitting third place overall. Or he will be when he makes a deadlift. Again, we saw that same tip forward as he got to lock out.
And we have good lift for Anatoly Zayets, Ukraine.
If we just watch that back again,
Coming up next,
yeah, he wobbles a bit, but there's no downward movement.
the bar
So
is
that was a
loaded.
good lift.
255 kilograms.
Azizbek Amanov next from Kazakhstan. 20 years old, so he has a few more years in this class. He is opening his deadlift with 255 kilos. DSQ in the corner there means disqualified. He can't make a total as he did not get a successful squat. But that's a dynamic deadlift.
Good lift for Azizbek
He's
Amanov.
on the board for deadlift.
Coming up next, Mateusz Szymkiewicz, Poland.
Here comes Shimkiewicz.
The bar is
Took the
loaded for
gold on
powerlifting
squat,
pull-ups.
silver on bench. And once he makes his deadlift, he will be far and away out in front. Wearing knee sleeves on his deadlift. One thing you have to realise if you do that is that you're dragging the knurling up the fabric of the knee sleeve and you will ruin them, but I'm sure he has specific knee sleeves for this purpose. And that looked like a good lift.
Good lift for Mateusz Sinkiewicz, Poland.
So there we go. He has 840 total at this point. His nearest rival has 750, so we can really say that he can't be caught in the junior 105 kilo class.
265, the bar is loaded.
Patrick Lössl from Germany. 265 kilos. Such a shame for him. He's a former junior world champion. I think he was the sub-junior world champion. Yep, he won the World Championships in South Africa in 2018. That puts him in gold medal position in the deadlift. Ivan Parshin out next for 270 kilos. Oh, that was very easy. Wow.
Good lift for Ivan Parshin, Russia, 207 kilograms.
Watch that back again. If you're not quick, you'll miss it. That was very strong indeed. And we are into the second round now. Tutanaro failed to make his deadlift on his opening attempt. He just had a bit of a wobble, lost his balance at the top. The weight didn't present too much of a problem.
The bar is loaded for Mariusz Tudlanu.
There we go, that should be okay. He's on the board.
Mariusz Tudlanu. Up next, Abbas Al-Ati, Iraq. 220 kilograms.
220 now for Abbas Al-Abedi.
The bar is loaded for Abbas Al-Ati.
220 kilos. He's in the fight for the overall second place with the Ukrainian lifter. Now that looked quite difficult. He's deadlifting completely raw.
Good lift for Abbas Al-Ati.
It was a good lift, but it looked tough. Gets it so far, and then it swung forward. It gave me the impression that he was losing his grip in his left hand, but he kept a good hold of it. And that was a successful lift. Becenariu from Romania for 260 kilos. Looks good. Moves him up to the silver medal position on deadlift.
Anatoly Zayets from Ukraine,
Silver overall.
260.
He's having a great day.
The bar is loaded for Anatoly Zayets.
Zait's next for 260. You can see from the top bar of the graphic there, he's in silver medal position in deadlift. This won't change that, but it will move his overall rank up from bronze to silver. Obviously, the overall is way more important than individual medals, individual lift medals. Now he seemed to lock and unlock his left knee. Is this going to be... It is. That's a good lift. He's moved himself up.
Coming up next, Azizbek Amanov, Kazakhstan.
So
For 265
we
kilograms.
have Azizbek Amanov coming out next for 265. This will push him up to the gold medal position for the moment in deadlift. Obviously, he can't make a total. That was very fast off the floor. Wearing his squat suit backwards to deadlift in is quite a common thing to do.
Up next, Mateusz Sienkiewicz, Poland, 270 kilograms.
Szymkiewicz, 270.
The bar is loaded
This
for
will
Mateusz
move him
Sienkiewicz.
back up to overall. Well, he is in overall first. This will move him back up to deadlift gold. Oh, he just leant forward at the top.
Mateusz Sienkiewicz,
Yeah, downward movement. That's such a shame when you've pulled the lift successfully, but you could clearly see there was downward movement of the bar, which is not allowed. Patrick Losel
the bar
next.
is loaded for Patrick Lozel.
275. This will move him up to deadlift gold. That looked very nice. So there he goes. He's in gold medal position now for the moment.
The bar is loaded now for Ivan Parshin
Ivan Parshin,
from Russia.
265. I'm sorry, 285. He opened at 270. Wouldn't make much sense for him to go to 265. This is 285. He's out in front already, both in deadlift and overall. Three white lights, a good lift. That extends his lead.
Moving up to the last series of deadlifts attempts. Starting with minus Miloradu, Romania, 222.5 kilograms on the bar.
So we go into the third round of deadlifts. I think there's a real fight in the sub-junior 105s for second and third. So we might see some chopping and changing for those positions. Just cleaning the platform up now. But there's a huge amount of talc and chalk being dropped on the platform. Not a great combination if you want to have secure footing.
Romania.
Here we go. 222.5. This is a big jump up from his second, but it will put him in bronze medal position on the deadlift. It's going. Well, it looks like it's gone all the way. And that's a good lift. He's put himself up into the deadlift bronze medal position. He's done what he can. Now it's up to Abbas Al Abaidi to respond. He's called for 225. He is not going to challenge for the... Oh, he's in third medal. He's in third place overall. I thought he might challenge for the silver, but he's going to go out and try and take the deadlift bronze back. I have to think it might have been worth having a go for the overall silver. But he could be right, actually. That looked a little bit on the limit. He's got it. He's got the overall bronze, and he also has the deadlift bronze with that pull. Anatoly Zaitz. 265. Wraps his fingers around his thumb in hook grip to keep the bar secure. Struggled a little bit to get it to lock out. But that's a good lift. 265, a silver medal on deadlift, and the overall silver too.
Setting up the bar now at 267.5 kilograms for Paul Bejnariu, Romania.
Paul Bejnariu from Romania with 267.5. So where will this put him? This will put him in silver medal position on deadlift. He is currently in bronze medal position in deadlift, but that is not secure. So he wants to do everything he can. Just a bit too heavy, I think. So he needs to wait and see now if he's going to keep hold of that bronze medal in deadlift. He has the overall silver.
Setting up the bar for Mateusz Poland.
But here comes Mateusz Szymkiewicz from Poland to try to take the... Oh, this will be for the deadlift gold. It's the same weight as the German lifter has already pulled, but crucially, he's lighter in body weight by a whole 50 grams. So I bet he's glad he didn't have that extra slice of toast this morning. 275 on the bar, 5 red plates. For the deadlift gold. And he's got it. Currently, for the moment, in deadlift gold, but absolutely and definitely the new junior 105 kilo world champion.
We have a change right now.
Azizbek Amanov
Change for
looking
Azizbek
to
Amanov.
take the deadlift gold. Has the bronze at the moment. Still 2 lifters to pull in this class.
282.5 kilograms for Azizbek Amanov, Kazakhstan.
So the Romanian is out of the deadlift medals now, and this is pulling for the deadlift gold. No, just too heavy. He's still got the bronze. He keeps the
We have
bronze medal in deadlift,
282.5 kilograms.
so
Patrick
he's not going
Russell
home
will come in.
empty-handed.
Once again, we have a change.
Here's Patrick Lursel. He is now pulling for
285
the
kilograms for Patrick Russell.
deadlift gold. Now he could put this down to 282.5. The lot numbers... the lot numbers do not allow it. So he can't come out for the same weight if he had... No, he's got the higher lot number. At any rate, he's coming out for 285. This will give him deadlift gold. He has the deadlift silver. But wouldn't it be nice to go home with the deadlift gold? He took the bronze medal on bench. It's going! I think he's got it.
We have a good lift for
3 white
Patrick
lights, a
Russell.
good lift, 285 kilos, and the deadlift gold medal.
To the next lift of the day. 300 kilograms on the bar for Ivan Parshin, Russia.
Okay, we are down to the very last deadlift of the day. A nice round 300 kilos for Ivan Parshin. This will not make any difference to the placings.
The bar is loaded.
Dip, grip, and drip. Oh, it won't quite go.
And we have loaded
But that
the
leaves him with the best of 285 deadlift,
This is it for
742.5 total, the gold medal on deadlift, and he is the sub-junior 105 kilo
with
world champion.
the medal ceremony.
That was a great day's lifting. There was thrills and spills, many world records, and I was pleased to have witnessed it all. Please do stick around for the medal ceremony, which is coming up in just a few minutes. We have one more day's lifting to bring you. We have the M1, 105, 120, 120 plus kilo class, and the sub-junior and junior 120 and 120 plus. Please do join us again tomorrow.
starting with 105 kilograms sub-juniors and squats. The third place goes to Ukraine, Anatoly Zayets. From Iraq, Abbas Al-Abdi goes second. And the gold goes to Russia, Ivan Pashin. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press. Russia takes the third place, Ivan Pashin. Second goes Ukraine, Anatoly Zayets. And the gold heads for Iraq, Abbas Al-Abdi. Thank you very much. Moving on to deadlift. The third place goes to Iraq, Abbas Al-Abdi. Second goes Ukraine, Anatoly Zayets. And Russia takes the gold, Ivan Pashin. Thank you very much. And for totals, the third place goes to Iraq, Abbas Al-Abdi. Ukraine is second, Anatoly Zayets. And the gold medal goes to Russia, Ivan Pashin. Let's rise for Russia's national anthem. Congratulations Russia, congratulations Ivan Pashin. Moving on to 105 kilograms juniors, the second place goes to Romania, Powerlifting. Squats. And the gold for squats goes to Poland, Mateusz Sienkiewicz. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press, the third place goes to Germany, Patrick Lösel. Silver for Poland, Mateusz Sienkiewicz. And the gold goes to Romania, Paul Bejenaniu. Moving on. For deadlifts, we have Kazakhstan on the third place, Azizbek Amanov. Poland takes the silver, Mateusz Sienkiewicz. And the for Germany, Patrick Lösel. Thank you very much. For totals, we have the second place going to Paul Berjanariu, Romania. And gold for Poland, Mateusz Sienkiewicz. Please rise for Poland's national anthem. Congratulations, Mateusz Sienkiewicz. Congratulations, Poland team. This was our 5th day. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the morning, my name is Andrzej Józef. Have a great evening.